Yeah. Today I want to give you a little further insight into a great American, Mr. John Davison Rockefeller. My favorite quote from the man is, "Charity isn't injurious unless it helps the recipient to become independent of it." Born July 8, 1839 to William and Eliza Rockefeller, he was the second born in the family of 6 children. John spent much of his childhood fixated on reading and his studies, but had a keen interest in math and social sciences. John made mention that he learned willful waste makes woeful want from his mother, and he relentlessly followed his father's advice to trade dishes for platters and always get the better part of a deal. Well, that was obviously great advice he kept with him throughout his life and his many successful endeavors. John's ability to excel in mathematics and passion for bookkeeping helped him start his first company at the age of 19, which grossed $450,000 its first year. From there, John went on to create Cleveland, Ohio's largest oil refinery. With this creation, John made it his goal to own and control it all. He wanted to monopolize the industry and did a fantastic job attempting to. In 1870, with some assistance, John Rockefeller created Standard Oil, which at the time controlled 1/10 of oil refining for all Americans. With his ability and assets, John was able to either buy out or force the sale of all of his competition, and then by 1879, John's company was refining 90% of Americans' oil. John also had other areas of interest which he exhibited in 1893 when he developed a massive iron ore range in Minnesota, which he later sold, securing his fortune over the 200 million mark for the first time. It is said between 1891 and 1892, Rockefeller had a nervous breakdown from apparent overwork, and he lost all of his hair, including his eyebrows, and suffered from ill health. During this time, John's wealth had increased to such a point where his major problem was what to do with his money, which I know we can all wish that was our biggest problem. It was at this point in his life that he actually had to hire another man to manage his funds, a Frederick T. Gates. Later, Rockefeller went on to retire in 1897, and he spent the majority of his life thereafter giving out money to charities and focused primarily on philanthropy. 3 fascinating facts about Mr. Rockefeller are: he donated $80 million over his lifetime to the opening of a University of Chicago, which they named at the time Rockefeller Institute of Medical Research, and then was later renamed to Rockefeller University, which this school allegedly lays claims to as many as 23 Nobel Prize laureates. The second interesting fact is the estimated total of philanthropies is at $550 million. He opened the Rockefeller Foundation that was chartered in 1913, and he was quoted saying it was to promote the well-being of mankind throughout the world. In 1909, Rockefeller established the Rockefeller Sanitary Commission, which was largely responsible for the eradicating hookworm in the South, and this was done by 1927. John Rockefeller's many contributions to the United States of America are astounding, and he has helped shape this country into the great place that it is today. He was a pioneer in his day. He helped millions of Americans with jobs, as well as helping to create cheaper fuel, thus allowing the cost of electricity to be lowered and paving the way for the automobile to be ushered in. At the age of 86, he was asked to sum up his life, which he said, "I was early taught to work as well as play. My life has been one long happy holiday, full of work and full of play. I dropped the worry on the way, and God was good to me every day." By the time of his death in 1937 in Ormond, Florida, his personal wealth was estimated at $1.4 billion, launching him as the wealthiest American in history. His philanthropy efforts will never be forgotten, nor the mark that he has left on this country. with all of his hard work and determination. Thank you.
Oh.